Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we are looking at Tales to Astonish issue 38. This comic is the 5th appearance of Hank Pym, his 4th adventure as Ant-Man, and the very first appearance of the Marvel supervillain named Egghead. The story is titled Betrayed by the Ants. This is issue 31 in a complete Marvel reading order. The story is written by Stan Lee, penciled by Jack Kirby, inked by Dick Ayers, colored by Stan Goldberg, and lettered by Johnny D. This issue has a release date of September 11th, 1962, and a cover date of December 1st, 1962. The cover shows a shrunken Ant-Man stuck to flypaper with Egghead about to grab him. The appearance of the superhero Ant-Man has made the mobsters scared of committing crimes now. They decide that it will take brains to stop Ant-Man, and just the day before, a brilliant scientist known as Egghead has just been fired for trying to sell top-secret information to foreign nations. So now, Egghead gets hired by the mobsters to stop Ant-Man. Egghead's idea is to talk to the ants like Ant-Man does and get the ants to betray Ant-Man to cause Ant-Man to die so the ants themselves can be free again. With the ants working for him now, he lays out a trap for Ant-Man to fall into. Here, Egghead has such a funny quote: "The ants will not be able to resist the temptation I have offered, for I have appealed to their greed and to their vanity." Like, dude, they're just ants. And look at how big that ant hill is drawn. It's almost as tall as him sitting down. The ants do lead Ant-Man to Egghead, and he, in ant size, drops into a box lined with flypaper, keeping him stuck in there forever, and he can't move his arms to reach his capsules to grow big. So, Ant-Man has been stopped, or so it seems. My favorite thing about this story is that it's all about Egghead. We see 75% of the story from Egghead's perspective. I found that very unique because usually in these early Marvel comics, you would get to see what the hero is saying to himself, or thinking to himself, or having the narrator describe how his day's been going or how he's feeling. But here, you just see everything from Egghead's perspective, and it leaves you to question those things about Ant-Man. Ant-Man gets out of Egghead's flypaper trap with spring boots. He was warned of Egghead by his ants. The ants didn't betray Ant-Man after all, they betrayed Egghead. I like Ant-Man's spring boots. I guess they explain why he can jump so high in ant form, but then again, if his full-size strength doesn't change when he shrinks, shouldn't he have been able to jump out in ant form? Now, as Giant Man, if he used spring boots, that would be something. I like that the ants that help Ant-Man stop crime regard him as a friend, a partner in crime fighting. That is why they didn't betray Ant-Man and told him all about Egghead. Ant-Man did explain how he pulled off capturing the mobster so easily and why the flypaper didn't stick to him at all. Hank Pym took a chemical bath so that the flypaper wouldn't stick to him, but why not just soak his suit in the chemical? This is a moment of Ant-Man showing off his strength as he throws a nylon fiber rope around a bad guy's hand and swings him around. Oh yeah, Egghead runs away and escapes when this is going on. The end of the story has Egghead become a rambling bum in the Ballery Flophouse. He is wanted by the police and the underworld. Egghead is really left at the bottom finishing this story. I wonder if Stan Lee ever planned on bringing him back, since he could have just been said to have been jailed or killed after the story. I like how bystanders, everyone just views Egghead as someone who's crazy, has lost his mind because he keeps talking about how ants beat him. This issue was one of my favorites from Ant-Man Wasp Epic Collection Volume 1. It really stood out to me, the explanation on Ant-Man working with his ants and the rogue scientist Egghead being the star of an Ant-Man story, especially since Egghead is Ant-Man's very first supervillain. And yes, both Marvel and DC have a supervillain named Egghead. Marvel's Egghead premiered first, then DC's almost 4 years later. There are two other unique stories under the cover. I found The Impossible World and The Secret of Statues. The Impossible World story is about a time traveler. He went to a perfect future but was greedy and caused tension between world leaders. He was then sent back to 1962, forgetting everything. The other story is about a man named Gizzard, a serious art critic. He went to a sculpture place and he told the crestfallen artist that his statues appeared lifeless. He fainted when one of his statues called him a fool. The statues were aliens, and then the aliens leave Earth. These stories didn't have anything that mattered later on, or were that unique in my opinion. I would say these stories were bad. That was Tales to Astonish issue 38. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.